Hello and welcome to another Movie Reviews by Benjamin. Today I'll be reviewing my first children's movie, Despicable Me 2. This one has the voice talents of Steve Carell as the main character Gru. Also this time we have Kristen Wiig, as well as Benjamin Bratt, Russell Brand, and even Ken Jeong of The Hangover and Community fame. So a nice little group of voice talents lent there. This movie is rated PG. This is the first PG movie I've seen in theaters in a long time. It was a good crowd though. I went kind of late at night on a premiere night. Actually, it was the day before, but we were able to get in. So it was a kind of an more adult teen crowd. So it was kind of nice to be able to not have a bunch of kids in the theater and be able to watch it that way. It was actually really funny. A lot of laughs coming from the audience. There were some really good parts. Of course, like I said, this is a kids movie, so it's a completely different feel than some of the comedies I reviewed before, like This Is the End and Hangover 3. But it still actually really hits the mark. It's got some really good parts in it. Of course, Steve Carell, he has this kind of strange, vaguely Russian accent in the movie, but it's still, you can definitely still tell it's him. And me being a huge Office fan, I know a lot of you out there are, you'll definitely just have a snap back to some point in The Office that makes you think of it. So this movie is, like I said, it has its really funny parts, but it is very much a kids movie. This is one that the kids are really going to like. They kept it short. It's an hour and 38 minutes, maybe a little bit longer for some of the kids movies, but it really did well. It's not quite a classic like Shrek or any of those that kind of really some of the first as far as animated films go, but it does do a really good job. I know that it is playing in 3D. I did not see it in 3D, but the plot summary on this one is sort of Gru, who is Steve Carell. He used to be a villain, if you guys saw the first one, and then he kind of went good once he adopted the three girls, and now the Anti-Villain League, one of the agents, played by Kristen Wiig, kind of comes and recruits him to catch another criminal because he knows how criminals think, and so they're trying to figure out who this guy is that's stealing all this important information from around the world. So it's kind of a fun little storyline. You know, you've got almost like a Silence of the Lambs feel, you know, bringing in an ex villain to catch the new villain or whatever. So it's kind of fun that way. If you go through and look at some of the casting, I mean, you'll be really surprised. Steve Coogan, who is in The Other Guys, he was in that movie. He's one of the voice talents in this movie. Like I said, Russell Brand is Dr. Nefario, who's kind of Gru's little henchman, one of his henchmen sort of people. And then, of course, you have his little minions, the little yellow guys running around. They definitely bring a lot of the comic relief to this movie. They're a really funny group of little people. And then, of course, one of the bad guys finds a way to kind of turn them bad, so they all turn purple, and they're still funny that way, but they kind of have their own little language, so it's really funny to kind of see them interact and play with each other, almost kind of like a whole bunch of Three Stooges running around. So it's funny to see that. But this movie was actually co-directed by Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud, who are both originally French directors. They both co-directed the first Despicable Me movie. Definitely has kind of the same feel. Of course, the technology's upgraded since then, but it's still a really good time. This movie was made on a budget of $76 million, and worldwide in the first couple days, it's already cleared $84 million. So that's I'm sure right where they want to be. Of course, they'll go through holiday weekend here and probably get quite a bit more going on. So on Monday, we'll have to check the box office and see where they're at on that. Next film I will be reviewing is The Lone Ranger. As I said in my last review, already not so hot on the reviews, so hopefully we'll see what's going on with that and see what's happening there. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my page on Facebook, Movie Reviews by Benjamin. And until then, I will see you at the movies.